everybody doing today? It's been a little while since we've been over here writing with Emotions page, but we've been working on a new tune and just about have it together. So I'm gonna try and go through that with you. But you guys have to forgive me because I am gonna have to be drinking. Allergies are just horrible. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, at my sister's house, and I'm taking advantage of her being at work. So I'm gonna see if I can put this together for you guys. Really nice chord changes in this piece. So we're gonna walk you through them here. So the first one is an F major 7. Second one's a G minor 7. Then we have an A minor 7, G minor 7 to the F major 7. So it goes through that, but on the second time it goes through the F, the G, the A, but the only thing I'm gonna change right here, just to build a little tension, I'm gonna change the bass note to a D. So that sets it up for the change. But the song, it's not going to the official change of the song, but the chord structures are going to change a little bit. So if I play it in here, let me grab my foot pedal here. Then the second set of chords are G minor 7 with a C in the bass. Then goes to F major 7 with a D in the bass. Then it repeats. Then G minor 7 with the C. Then it goes to F major 13. Or 9. We'll say 9. So the changes. And that is the chord changes for this tune. Now, when we was building this tune, you go back up here, and I want to. Usually, I do stuff that's really, really slow, but I picked this one up just a little bit. So we're running around 80 beats. But I'm gonna turn off some of this other stuff here, so we can kind of hear what I have going on. Have to be careful because I don't want to mute this here mic. I think I passed it though. Okay. All right. So the drum track, hopefully that's the only thing I have queued up here. Let's see. Okay. So drum track here is kind of like this here. So it's nice little upbeat tune here. Even though it's a love song, it's the 80 beats per minute is not too bad. All right, so we take this back and let's see if we can get these chord changes laid over them. So I'm gonna unmute the piano now. It's a different sound here. So this is gonna be this. Well, hang on just 1 second here. Oh, I got all of this muted here. All right, so all of this encompasses this one sound here. So you can break it down separately. You'll have this, or you can have it. But both of those together give you this. All right, so with that drum track, I'm just going to play about the first 8 measures here just to give you guys a feel of what we got going on here. right, so we have that there. That's your drum track and the keyboard. Um, but it still sounds a little plain, so I'll have to add some bass to it here. And I chose this 90 stereo synth bass sound here. It's kind of heavy, so I backed it off just a little bit, and you'll hear it in here. A second to make sure that we get this right here. All right, we don't want to record, but we'll play that. All right, so now we'll have the bass going along with those chord changes, and the bass is pretty much stays tonic until until the chord right before, when I want to build a little tension or something, or want a nice pretty bridge. Sometimes the bass note will not exactly follow the chord as far as the root, so I changed it up a little bit, so you guys will hear that here. Right there. And then it repeats. So that sounds pretty good with that bass line and those chord changes, you know. But I always like to add more stuff to it, to make sure it's nice and full. All right, so we added these pads in here, so um, they follow the chord changes, but they're not actually the chord, So I wanted a little kind of melody inside, to kind of make it feel full, to give it a kind of flow to it, and also something that was pretty with some nice, pretty sounds. So this is kind of like what I decided on, and you guys, take a listen to this here. So that's what we got there. So now I need to fill this space up until we get back to the top. So I also added in this thing called a burning pad, so that the tune to me in my head, it's kind of a jazzy tune. So because when I'm listening to it, I can hear, like if I'm playing solos and stuff, I can hear the flat, the third that's flat, the seventh that's flat, when you. So I hear the flat here. And this flat here. So that puts it in a, even though the first chord is major, everything else is minor, but I hear these minor triads in there and stuff that I can mess around with. So I've added this to that. And again, forgive me for my voice because it's really, really bad, but I'm trying to get through this. So here we go with the, let me make sure, see if I got everything in the intro ready, queued up. All right. Okay, so this is what the intro of the tune ended up being. So here we go. that's the intro there. So I'm gonna see if I can get through this deal. Like I said, my voice is horrible, but I'm gonna see if I can get through this first verse because the lyrics actually is really different. I mean, it puts the song in a whole different place, you know, versus the intro there, you know. So, but I'm gonna change mic lines here. Hang on one second here. Inputs. Okay. All right. So, and I want to mute this one because this is actually me singing, so I'm gonna mute that. But I'm gonna see if I can get through this, just this one verse, you know, and then we're gonna send it over to the other page, you know, once it's finished, and we'll go ahead and post that. Okay. So the name of the tune is "My Future's Looking Back at Me." Excuse me. Y'all, one second. Let me clear my throat here. Once, let me find my vocals here. Vocal one. All right, so let's see if we can stumble through this first verse. All right. There was a time when I didn't know your name, but since that day, girl, things have changed. Now I must admit that I was spitting thin, cause every time I see your face, I start to grin. And when I look into your eyes, I see my future looking back at me. All right, guys, thank you. I kind of stumbled through that, but I really appreciate you guys coming in and listening to me, and I'm hoping that you'll go over to Emotions page once this is done. You know, we'll put it together. We'll put a nice little video with it and premiere it shortly. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.